Your private information is important, so you should probably protect it by going to expressvpn.com/inside.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Wednesday. Brian's gonna hump it out for Mario Kart. Careful, Brian, no!
My back. No, that was not a good back move. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. This is what happens when you get old. You get conservative and your back hurts.
Nintendo's latest Mario Kart game is coming out in just a few days, but it is not a proper new entry in the franchise. No, instead, it's another wacky idea from everyone's favorite gaming company that kind of just wants to make toys.
They want to be a store at the mall that just sells plushies.
Yes, they do.
I think that's what Nintendo really did.
I'd buy all of it.
Yeah, me too.
But really, we're talking about Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, which Nintendo unveiled a few months ago. It takes the concept of Mario Kart but adds in actual RC cars that you control with your Switch and race around in the real world.
But you can't pay attention to the car, the physical cart, or you'll lose. You have to watch your Switch the whole time.
Right.
So you're basically just entertaining your pets.
Yes.
That's who this is for.
Which is why I guess us talking today about how people are receiving it is very interesting to me. Because I'm like, is this thing going to function? Is it going to function? Let's find out. Welcome to this exact daily.
And at Inside Gaming, we've gotten our hands on...
No.
We don't have the Mario Kart carts.
But other more reputable outlets did. We're going to answer all your questions. But yeah, like Labo, it's another example of Nintendo introducing real-world items, trying to merge them with video games, but how well does it work? Well, it looks like the review embargo lifted today. Starting to see reviews. Let's dig in.
When we checked Metacritic this morning, the game was sitting at a 72, but reviews were still coming in, so it's possible that the score has changed at this point that you're watching this.
And the consensus seems to be that racing little RC carts around your house is fun, but it does require some elbow grease on your part and a fair amount of open space. Sorry to all the people out there who live in apartments with 5 roommates.
But the setup apparently is pretty simple, and you point the cart's camera toward a QR code on your screen to pair it to your Switch. Then you set up 4 cardboard gates to make your track. You can customize each gate with elements such as item blocks, boosts, piranha plants, and chain chomps.
But whatever you do in between those gates in the real world, up to you and your imagination. You figure there's going to be some pretty awesome looking courses on social media soon, just people going all out. The only rule, you have to race through all 4 gates in order, and then you end up back at the first one, so you can't just do a completely straight track.
Watch me.
What if you get 2 sets and then have 8 gates? You probably can't do that.
Yeah, you'll get a cease and desist.
But then next year they'll be like, all new Mario Kart with 8 gates.
Yes.
Yeah.
As for how much space you'll need, IGN says that Nintendo recommends a room of 15 by 15 feet and a minimum of 10 by 12 feet. Oh, and the cart can't be more than 5 meters away from your Switch.
All right, so this is for the Queen of England.
Yeah, so I'm not.
Geez. In my
Not
mansion,
for me. Not for
apparently.
me. I don't know if my apartment is even that big.
I have plenty of room in my great hall if anyone wants to come by and set up.
I would love to.
We can just set up around the hearth. I can ask mommy and daddy to have the serving girl prepare a meal for us.
Once you're all set up, you can then race your RC kart against virtual opponents. Plus, you'll get a worm's eye view of your place and the bonus of terrifying your pets.
So many of these are going to be destroyed by dogs on day 1. Once you're racing though, it's pretty much like any other Mario Kart game. GameSpot wrote that all the typical Mario Kart mechanics have been incorporated into the game surprisingly well. Drifting actually works exactly as you'd expect it to, at least on the screen, as you drag a little askew and then get a sudden boost of speed. Mushrooms give you a longer boost, while hazards and obstacles slow or stop your kart completely.
IGN's reviewer actually likes the game, writing, "The joy of driving around my living space from a worm's eye view while familiar Mario characters zoom by and Koopa shells fly across the screen is refreshingly different. At least when everything is running smoothly." See what they, a little caveat there.
So IGN did run into some connection issues with the cart, writing that most were limited to being too far from the Switch, or one time having the course gates separated by walls. So, limitations appearing. Yeah. Does that mean that if we hire out Patrick's hall, that if it's too large, we actually also have to chase the carts with our Switches while trying to play?
That's been arranged. I have a rickshaw boy.
I assure you, Patrick's hole is not too large. It's actually quite small. They also said that the frame rate would sometimes drop while at long distances, but overall it was not a big deal. Game Informer's reviewer said they often ran into the sides of gates, which distorts the track. They added that your option is to either deal with the changing conditions or pause mid-race to fix them.
But they said it was fun to figure out new track configurations configurations in their living space. They wrote, from a straightforward oval-shaped track and a figure 8 to a course with a long straightaway and a tight turn that weaved under my dining room table. Wow, really creative there, dude. I had fun getting creative within a space I was already familiar with.
We'll get to more Mario Kart live reviews in a second, but first let's talk about something even more fun than kart racing: financial security.
Today's episode of Inside Gaming Daily is sponsored by Upstart. During these economically turbulent times, everyone is looking for a way to feel more financially secure. So if you're still needlessly throwing money every month at high-interest credit card debt, it's time you checked out Upstart, the revolutionary online lending platform that knows you're more than just a credit score. You're you, and that's beautiful. Now is the time to find out how low your Upstart rate can be to help pay off high-interest credit card debt. Unlike other lenders, Upstart can reward you based on your education and job history in the form of a smarter rate. You don't need a degree or diploma to apply, though. Upstart lets you skip going to the bank because it's completely online. They offer loans from $1,000 to $50,000 so you can consolidate your debt into one easy fixed rate payment. Everything online too, great for this particular moment. Upstart makes it fast and simple to check your rate. Since it's just a soft pull, it won't affect your credit score. The hard pull happens if you accept your rate and proceed with your application. The best part though, if the loan is approved and accepted, most people get their funds the very next business day. Over 400,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards or meet their financial goals. Free yourself from the burden of high-interest credit card debt and get back to using your money your way with Upstart. See why Upstart has a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot and hurry to upstart.com/inside to find out how low your Upstart rate can be. Your loan amount will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Not all applicants will qualify for the full amount. Hurry to upstart.com/inside to find out how low your Upstart rate can be. Thank you, Upstart.
Okay, back to more Mario Kart. The Verge noted that the racing in Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is simpler than past Mario Karts, and it's missing things like the gravity-defying Rainbow Road or the wonderful downhill track Mount Wario. Two of my favorites.
But they were impressed at how fast and easy it was to build courses. They wrote, the game instantly recognizes when you do something like move a gate, so tweaking your track is as intuitive as getting up and moving things around. Need some more obstacles? Grab a few pillows to toss in the way. Is a hairpin turn frustrating you? Shift the road a little bit.
It's an interesting note because that reads to me as the thing that the thing was designed to do, and its main selling point is functional.
Is that it works.
Yeah.
Yes. The game instantly recognizes the one thing it was designed to recognize.
Okay, but buckle up, guys, because there were some issues, especially with the carts. They sound a little delicate. They're very small, just half a pound. IGN noted they did need a fair amount of maintenance. They wrote, after just a few hours of play, turning became a real challenge. That's not good. You need to turn in Mario Kart. I had to remove the rubber tires and painstakingly pull the hair strands out with tweezers to get it to function smoothly again. First of all, vacuum your apartment.
Maybe you need to do a little sweeping
No,
or vacuuming.
you don't understand. As a person with this much hair, I can vacuum every day and still end up with hair everywhere. Kotaku wrote that the kart's camera is also a bit finicky and works best in just the right amount of light. They added that too much or too little and the camera won't be able to recognize the gates and therefore will not recognize when you go under one.
They also said that the game really highlights just how dirty your apartment or house is.
I don't need Mario coming up in my judging me. Oh, what's this? You wore this 2 weeks ago.
Is that the semen?
Oh, there's a everywhere and there's a house. What's going on? Over here.
You need to
over
mop
there.
up the lube afterwards.
Have you never heard of a sock?
Oh, Mario, get out.
Aren't you using a water-based lube? The oil just stays.
Who the hell is still using oil-based lube in 2020?
What is this, a sheepskin?
You're gonna give yourself a UTI infection.
Get some cranberry juice.
Why are you still printing out porn?
I can't believe Nintendo didn't send us one. That's all I'm saying.
Kotaku wrote, though the camera isn't as powerful as the smartphones, it's good enough to show you all the dust on your baseboards and just how filthy your kitchen floor is. And you can imagine how filthy someone who works at Kotaku's house is.
Also, if you want to play with another person, it is not cheap. There's the option for multiplayer, but the game only comes with one RC cart and extras cost $100. So that can get real expensive real fast. Brian.
Yeah.
But even with those drawbacks, everyone seemed to agree it was fun. It was a good time. Reviewers said it was undeniably cool to see Mario Kart characters pop up in your living room or kitchen. More than one reviewer observed that when everything works, It's kind of magical, because you'll love that word. Oh, it's magical.
The Verge said, at its best, Home Circuit seamlessly blends the idea of racing an RC car with a video game, and it does it while making the act of creation playful. I may not be able to play Home Circuit with my friends, but at least my cat can join in when she feels like making trouble, which actually seems like a feature.
Kotaku said that the game is probably best suited for kids who like to tinker. That said, for the rest of us, they wrote, if you're like me, someone whose creativity has been worn thin by the realities of being a bill-paying adult, the cart alone will deliver plenty of fun just from chasing around your pets.
Well, I don't have pets.
I don't have pets,
So you didn't think of that, Kotaku.
so much
I'm just here
nostalgia.
with my own hair.
I'm just here with my worn, thin creativity.
My oil lube.
Why are you using that? Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Tuesday. Let's talk about the Switch and the dreaded Joy-Con drift.
Tough to get you. It's probably the biggest hardware failure of this particular generation. It's affected untold numbers of Switch users, myself included, and prompted a bunch of lawsuits, even a child. But more on that later.